Welcome to Srimati LP Savani Vidya Bhavan, Social Science Standard 10th. Good morning, students. Welcome to LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. This is your educator for Social Science, Chapter 5, India's Heritage of Science and Technology. Science and technology, the inventions made in this field have brought the countries of the world closer. Countries have become oriented towards peaceful coexistence and world peace. Thus, we can say that science means systematic knowledge and technology means the practical utility of systematic knowledge. And this is the reason science and technology, in spite of being two different words, they are linked to each other. Science and technology, uh, in this field, we are going to see all the different contributions by our sages or great teachers of ancient India. The great sages of our ancient India have gifted invaluable heritage of science to the world. They have made outstanding contribution in the field of metallurgy, chemistry, science of medicine, surgery, mathematics, astronomy, astrology, Vastu Shastra and physics. It is a matter of pride for us. India has contributed not only in the field of literature, art, religion, education and philosophy, but also it has made immense contribution in the field of science and technology. Modern age researches have proved that India has scientific attitude along with religious outlook. Our first topic for science and technology is metallurgy. Ancient India made extraordinary progress in the field of metallurgy. A metallic idol of a female dancer discovered from Indus Valley civilization is an exemplary achievement of ancient India. Statue of Buddha belonging to Kushan period has been found from Takshashila. In South India during Chola period, numerous metal idols were made. The statue of Nataraj, a masterpiece in sculpture, is famous all over the world. It is preserved in a museum at Chennai. Another well-known metal idol of Ram the Archer can be seen in the museum. Artistic statues of goddesses, birds and animals and betel nut crater are considered to be the best example of metallic art. Thus, we can see so many examples of metallurgy actually have been discovered from different places, and this shows our richness of knowledge in this field. Chemistry, alchemical lore. Chemistry is an experimental science, right? When different chemicals are used and when two chemicals we mix it up, something new comes out, right? So that is all called as experiments, we are very well aware about. So chemistry is an experimental science. This science is very useful for various minerals, plants, seeds, for agriculture, making of various metals or to bring changes in them. It is also useful for making medicines. Acharya Nagarjuna, a learned Buddhist of Nalanda University, is known as the Acharya in the field of chemistry. He had written books like Ras Ratnakar and Arogya Manjari. Acharya Nagarjuna advocated the use of allopathy along with herbal medicines. It is believed that the use of mercury as ash medicine was invented by him. Nalanda University had its own school of chemistry and furnace for study and research. We are aware about Nalanda University. It was one of the most famous university among the world, and there they had a proper school of chemistry and furnace for the study and research. The description of main rus, upras, 10 types of poisons as well as various types of salts and ash of minerals is seen in chemistry. Further, if we see about the examples related to chemistry, we can see the copper statues of Buddha reflect an expert knowledge and skill in the field of chemistry. The copper statue of Buddha discovered from Sultanganj in Bhagalpur district of Bihar is 7.5 feet high and weighs 1 ton. The statue of Buddha at Nalanda is 18 feet high. An exquisite example of this is Vijay Stham, which is 24 feet high iron pillar, weighs 7 tons and was built by Chandragupta II. Science of medicine and surgery. India attained an unprecedented achievement in the field of medicine and surgery. Since ancient period, Maharishi Charak, Maharishi Shushruta and Vagbhat pioneered the Indian medicine science and surgery. Maharishi Charak has written the book Charak Samhita, in which he has mentioned over 2000 medicinal herbs. Maharishi Shushruta has mentioned about the instruments used in surgery. The instruments were so sharp that they would split a single vertical hair in 2 divisions. Maharishi Vagbhat has written a book Vagbhat Samhita. It is also a very important work written by him. Study of Charak Samhita, Shushruta Samhita and Vagbhat Samhita is very useful for every doctor even today. Hindu herbal science of ancient time is enriched with huge collection of minerals and medicines from plants and animals. This has presented a detailed and complicated process of making medicines, their classifications and their uses. That means that in these Samhita, for example Charak Samhita, wherein it has been mentioned for 2000 medicinal plants, medicines have been mentioned which are a part of animal, mineral or plants. Now, along with the mentioning of the medicines, the way of making the medicine, which is a complicated process, also has been mentioned over here, and how to use these things as medicines. Such detailed information has been provided. These in the ancient time they could even stop blood circulation with bowl shaped bandage. They could skillfully operate on abdomen, kidney, cataract, hernia, stone, piles and bladder, etc. They could classify the bones, join the broken bones or displaced bones and extract the things pierced into the body very easily and skillfully. They were able to recognize the symptoms and diagnose the disease. They also gave dietary directions after post recovery of disease. They had the knowledge of plastic surgery as well as joining of nose and ears. They showed a keen interest in teaching the students of surgery by doing surgery on the dead body or on the wax model. They conducted risky operations during delivery and they were expert gynecologists and pediatricians. Veterinary science also developed at that time. The books on veterinary are Hasti Ayurveda and Ashwashastra. These are the well-known books written on the disease related to horses and elephants. Vagbhat made valuable contribution through his work Ashtang Hriday in the field of diagnosis. Mathematics. Epoch-making mathematical discoveries were considered to be made in India, through which contemporary global affairs are carried out. The gifts of India to the world are discovery of zero, decimal systems, algebra, theorem of Bodhayan, geometry and arithmetic. Aryabhatta discovered zero, and the process of writing zero after figures was discovered by the sage named as Gruth Samad. The ancient mathematician decided the names of the numbers made up by placing 53 zeros after 1. Decimal system had been seen on the measuring and weighing instruments which had been found from the remains of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. It had been acknowledged by Medhatithi during ancient time. Bhaskaracharya has written books like Lilavati Ganit and Bij Ganit. In the year 1150 AD, he discovered science of addition and subtraction. Brahmagupta introduced the types of equations, whereas Bodhayan discovered the theorem of triangle policy. Apastamba has decided the measurement of sacrificial pits, that is the Yagyavedi used for Yagyas, in Shulva Sutras in 1800 BC. It also consists analysis of principles. Aryabhatta mentioned the value of pi. He mentioned that the value of pi is 22 by 7 or 3.14 in his book Aryabhattiyam. He also propounded that pi is constant to show the ratio of circumference and diameter of circle. Multiplication, addition, subtraction, square root, cube root, etc. Ashtang method introduced by Aryabhatta in his book, in his work. Hence, Aryabhatta is called as the father of mathematics. Moreover, he had written many other books like Das Gitika, Aryabhattiyam. He had described main principles of astronomy in his book named Arya Siddhant. He found the solution of fundamentals of mathematics, that is arithmetic and geometry. Astronomy and astrology. First, let us see about astronomy. Astronomy is the most ancient science. Many works related to astronomy have been written in India. An organized and deep study of astrology was made by Indian ancient universities. Planets and their movements, constellations, and other celestial objects were used for calculation, through which astrology and astronomy were developed remarkably. Predictions were made on the basis of planetary movement. Aryabhatta made a remarkable contribution in the field of astronomy. So the first Indian satellite was named after Aryabhatta. He declared that the earth rotates on its own axis, and he proved that the basic reason for lunar eclipse, we all are now knowing what is lunar and solar eclipse. The first idea of lunar eclipse, that why it occurs or what is the reason of lunar eclipse, was propounded by Aryabhatta, that the reason of lunar eclipse is the shadow of the earth, which was addressed, and this was called as Ajrabhar by the scholars. In the same manner, Brahmagupta, he popularized the law of gravitation in his book Brahma Siddhant. So thus these are the contribution in the field of astronomy, whereas next is astrology, wherein Varahamihir was the great astrologer and astronomer, who divided astrology into three sections called as Tantra, Hora and Samhita. His Granth named Brihad Samhita gives information regarding effects of planets on man's future, his characteristics, various classes of animals, the time of marriage, ponds, wells, gardens, and good omen for sowing. We should feel proud that our ancestors were experts in the various sciences. Vastu Shastra. There is an immense contribution of ancient India in the field of Vastu Shastra. It is an inseparable part of astrology. Vastu Shastra of India is being recognized, dignified and praised by many countries of the world. Brahma, Narad, Bruhaspati, Bhrigu, Vashist and Vishwakarma, they have contributed in the field of Vastu Shastra. They have propagated the principles of construction for dwellings, temple, palace, ashwashala, forts, storehouse of ammunition and town planning. The description of Vastu Shastra is mentioned in Brihad Samhita. Rana Kumbha of Mewar, he revived this science in the 15th century after improving the previous versions of Vastu Shastra. According to the traditional belief, Vishwakarma was the first architect of gods. He divided Vastu Shastra into 8 sections. Various information of Vastu Shastra like selection of place, shapes, structure, proper planning of things, temples, Brahmasthan, dining room, bedroom, etc. are mentioned. As the time passes by changes as the time passes by, changes are taking place regarding the principles and understanding of Vastu Shastra. Now it is being adopted by the foreigners as well. Ancient Indian knowledge of science has been accepted by the world. Indian culture is very vast and heterogeneous. It is a blending of science and religion, traditional ideals, and practical knowledge, which is rarely seen in other countries of the world.